Hello students, welcome to Science Surfers. Today we are going to start the topic light, refraction and dispersion part 2. In this part we are going to study about two type of lenses, that is convex lenses and concave lenses. A lens is a transparent material that is bounded by two surfaces. At least one of them is spherical. Right. Now we have got two type of lenses. One is convex lens, another is concave lens. The convex lens is thicker in between and thinner at the edges, whereas concave lens is thinner in the middle and thicker at the edges. So we'll study more about these type of lenses. A convex lens has the property to converge the light rays. That means all the light rays going parallel to principal axis after passing through the lens converge at a point known as focus of convex lens. Whereas the concave lens has a property to diverge the light rays. So all the rays going parallel to principal axis diverge in such a way that they appear to be emerging out from a point on the principal axis that is known as focus of concave lens. Let us discuss some lens related terms. The very first is the center of curvature. Now, if we assume the lens is a part of two complete spheres, देखिए हमारा जो lens है, it is a part of two spheres, right? So every sphere has a center. This sphere has center C1, whereas this sphere has center C2. So therefore, the center of curvature, okay, is the center of the sphere of which the lens is a part, okay, and we have got two center of curvatures in convex lenses as C1 and C2 here. Radius of curvature. The sphere has a radius. So the radius of the sphere of which the lens is a part is known as radius of curvature of the lens. So same as center of curvature, a lens has two radii of curvatures. Okay? Principal axis. The line joining टू सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर, ये देखिए जो लाइन दो सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर्स को ज्वाइन कर रही है एंड पासिंग थ्रू द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ द लेंस दैट इज नोन एज ऑप्टिकल सेंटर इज नोन एज प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस एंड द ऑप्टिकल सेंटर इज अ पॉइंट ऑन द लेंस through which the light ray goes undeviating or without undergoing any refraction. So in the case of convex lens, we have got a point where all the rays going parallel to principal axis meet after refraction. That is known as focus. Okay, so the distance between the optical center and the focus is known as focal length of the convex lens. In the case of concave lens, we know that all the rays going parallel to principal axis, they diverge in such a manner that they appear to be coming from a point that is known as focus. So in this case, the distance between this optical center and focus is known as focal length. Okay, now the focus is the midpoint between O and C. So the C point may be described as twice of focal length, or we can say 2f, right? So C point may also be represented as 2f, right? So we should keep these terms in mind while drawing ray diagrams. We can draw different ray diagrams for the various positions of object in front of a convex or concave lens. Before drawing those ray diagrams, we should know three special rays, okay, which make the formation of image possible. The very first is the ray that is going parallel to principal axis, pass through the focus of the lens. Means all in the case of convex lens, all the rays going parallel to principal axis after refraction pass through focus. This is rule number 1. Whereas in concave lens, the ray of light going parallel to principal axis after refraction diverge in such a manner that it appears to be emerging out or coming out from a point that is focus. So the ray of light passing through focus after refraction goes parallel to the principal axis, whereas in concave lens the ray of light directed towards focus after refraction goes parallel to the principal axis, right? So the ray number 3, in the convex lens the ray of light passing through optical center goes without any deviation. Same with the concave lens. That means in convex as well as concave lens this ray is drawn similarly. Okay. Now we'll try to draw the images of the object lying at different positions and try to know their position, size and nature, right? The very first is the object lying at infinity. So when the object is infinity, all the rays are considered parallel to principal axis. So they will definitely converge at a point on the principal axis, that is focus. So here in this case a real, inverted and point size, that means highly diminished image will be formed at the focus. Similarly, if the object is beyond 2f, so the first ray will go parallel to the principal axis. It will bend or it will pass through focus. The very first ray we have discussed earlier, and second ray will draw through the optical center that goes undeviated. So both the rays, they intersect between f and 2f, where a real, inverted and diminished image will be formed. Then third, we have the object at 2f. So when the object is at 2f, the image is formed at 2f because the first ray, which is going parallel to principal axis, will pass through focus, and second ray through O goes undeviated, and both of them intersect at 2f, which gives a real, inverted and same size image as the object. Then next we have the object between 2f and f. So the first ray will go parallel to principal axis and pass through focus after refraction. The second ray goes undeviated through O, and both the rays will intersect at a point beyond 2f, which gives a real, inverted and magnified or the enlarged image of the object beyond 2f. And next we have the object lying at f. अब जैसे हमें मालूम है जो इन्फिनिटी पे ऑब्जेक्ट है उसकी इमेज बनती है फोकस पर, तो जब ऑब्जेक्ट फोकस पर है तो उसकी इमेज बनेगी इन्फिनिटी पर. Okay, so the first ray will go parallel to principal axis and pass through focus, and the second ray will go through O, and that will not intersect here nearby, and they form a real, inverted and highly magnified image at infinity, right? Next we have the very important ray diagram, that is the object is lying between F and O. Okay, so the first ray will go parallel to principal axis and pass through focus, and the second ray goes through O. They will never intersect each other behind the lens, but if we produce them backward, both the rays will combine at a point and form a magnified, virtual and erect image on the same side of the lens. In the case of concave lens, when the object is at infinity, the image is formed at the focus. Because all the rays are coming parallel to principal axis, will diverge in such a manner that they appear to be coming from the focus. So a virtual, erect and highly diminished image will be formed at F, right? And for all the positions between infinity and the lens, all the image will be formed between focus and optical center on the same side of lens, and they will be diminished, virtual and erect. Okay, the first ray goes parallel to principal axis and diverge in such a manner that they appears to be coming from the focus, and second ray through O goes undeviated. Both of them appear to meet at a point between F and O, where a virtual and erect image of the object is formed. Right? We have got many practical applications and uses of lenses in our daily life. Magnifying glasses, microscopes, spectacles, telescope, projectors, camera, binoculars, etc. So all these contain either concave or convex lenses. The human eye also has a built-in lens, which is convex type of lens, and it play a very important role in viewing the colorful world around us.